All right, everyone, we are live. I am broadcasting from the one and only Bali, Indonesia. I just got here about 5 days ago, and we're here with two amazing guests from all across the world. I have Alicia and Candace here with me, two very powerful ladies in the industry, and we are so excited to be here. So, what the TWTW Hangout is all about is basically helping you understand that you can design your dream lifestyle, that you can leverage what you either currently know or leverage other people, learn new skills, and leverage the internet in order to create a business that is freedom based. So you know how to basically turn your ideas and make them a reality, right? So that's why we're here. Personally, I was a personal trainer working 60 plus hours per week, and I needed to find a way to free up my time a little bit. And when I looked at creating an online business, I had no idea what I was doing. No idea. So I actually decided to turn to the experts. In the fitness industry, we go to fitness conventions in order to improve our skills as personal trainers and fitness coaches, and that was the best way for me to learn, is to be around the people that were already living the life that I wanted or having the success that I wanted. So I met up with people that were traveling the world, exactly what I wanted to do, and I've just been soaking up like a sponge in how they've been able to have success online. And Chris and I, my boyfriend and I, we've been traveling for almost 80 days now around the world, and we're loving every minute of it and not going back to our 9 to 5. I love helping people in the fitness industry, but I really wanted that time freedom, and an online business has allowed that. And we have two special guests here to share their stories, because we have learned that a lot of people need to see others have success. Normal people have success online in order to make a decision to start learning and to kind of get off their bum. And maybe an entrepreneur life is for you, if that's something that you want, is to design your dream lifestyle. So thank you so much, ladies. How are you guys doing today?
Awesome.
Wonderful.
Good. Good. Fantastic. So I haven't met Candace yet in person. I've met Alicia in person, and it's so great to have both of you on here. And so what I want to ask is, I'm going to actually bring Candace out right now. And Candace, I want you just to introduce yourself and basically share why you decided to venture into an online business in order to create that dream lifestyle of yours.
Thanks, Kim. I appreciate being here today. I actually can go back a couple of years when I first actually had my first retreat. And I put it on in a moment's time, invited all my friends, invited my clients, and had 23 people come. And I termed it a holistic retreat, focusing on body, mind, spirit, and emotion. And it was for 3 days, and I saw the transformation in people's lives from start to finish, and how I was a part of their journey and impacting their lives. And I was thinking, how can I get this out there? How can I really promote this so that I can capture people from anywhere and everywhere? And it was interesting because at that time, my husband was looking at this business online, and he was following one of his friends, and he had seen him start making all this money, and he was like, what is this guy doing? And so my husband approached me with it, and we took a look at it, and I was like, oh my God, honey, that is our vehicle. That is our way to learn how to market ourselves online, because if we can get online, we can start creating our wellness center that we've dreamt about. And so we joined this online community, this system that gave us all these step-by-step tools, and we were affiliate marketers with the company. And my husband generated over $30,000 in 6 months with the company. And I was just like, holy moly, that's amazing. And I was really amazed at what we were doing with it. And I said, honey, I know that, we're doing great with this company, but we have to draw it back to what we really wanted to do to support and serve people on a different way, with our healing practices and coaching them to live their purpose and what they're really meant to do here on earth. And so we kind of scaled back, and we started putting a lot of our attention into our personal business, because that's what we've always wanted in the first place. So that platform was our segue. It was our stepping stone into what we were really going to create and what we're doing now. And since then, I have put myself online, and I have been creating clients from all over the world. I have clients right now in Australia and Canada and in the UK, and it's just so amazing that I can use this online system and create this presence online where I can attract people that are ready to make transformations in their lives and become aware at a level where they can see they're actually creating their lives and don't have to struggle and step into this new place of consciousness. And so that has been super exciting, because I had no idea about online marketing. I had no idea how to do it, and now I'm creating my own sales funnel. I'm writing emails. I'm all over social media, and it's like I kind of look back and I'm like, how did I get there? It's bizarre, and it's great because it's just the beginning phases, and it's only been about a year, and I can imagine where I'll be in the next 5 years, and I actually know where I'm going to be, and it's exciting because the online system has really taught me how to do that.
That's so great. I love that story because, we have a community where we want to basically set up that foundation for everyone to learn the skills needed in order to market online, right? And everyone can use it in a different way, and I love how you've used it in a way to build up that capital, because not a lot of people know how to build up that type of capital. They think they have to go to the bank and get a loan and go through that process, and I love how you guys took it upon yourselves to learn the skills and then used our online business system as an affiliate and been able to transform your dream for your wellness center. So what is the future for you guys? What is the next 5 years?
Well, it's pretty amazing because we're already living it on the smaller scale, and we already have people coming to our homes, receiving healing sessions, getting personal training or massages or coaching from me, and it's like we've created this mini scale. So what I see in the 5 years is finally building our home on several acres in Kauai with our wellness center off to the side, where people can come and receive holistic session to heal themselves in a big way. And then I also see myself with kids. That's something that my husband and I have been working on, and I find that I have another business. I run an online massage therapy. An out-call massage therapy business, and I'm basically trading time for money. I can only work on one person at a time, and I have assistants, and yet I want to remove myself from doing that job and just automate everything and be able to now just work from home, be with my children, build my house, and live this lifestyle that is on automatic and support people in that way. So that's basically where I see myself in 5 years, and it's so beautiful.
That's amazing. No, thank you so much for sharing that. So what is the one thing that you've learned from, and of course there's so many trainings, there's so many ways to make money online, right? What drew you to our online business community that told you that that was the vehicle for you?
Well, the biggest thing was creating relationships. Um, I am definitely, I love to network, I love to connect with other people, and the company has attracted very conscious, aware, freedompreneurs, and they all are so motivating and inspirational. And, here on the island, there is a little bit of a relaxed vibe. There's not a lot of people that are in this go get 'em attitude, like let's live life to the fullest, make things happen. Although there are a ton of millionaires here, um, and yet I'm looking for the people, my tribe, that is ready to like take themselves onto that next level and become the millionaires. And my friends have their 9-to-5 jobs. They're really happy and comfortable, and yet for me, I know that there's something more for myself. I wanted to create my own business. I don't like working for other people, and creating these relationships has given me, the models, has given me that inspiration to keep trudging forward, even when like I feel like I just want to go to the beach and relax. And I do that, but I have to plan my days accordingly. And because my dream is real, the economy here in Hawaii it's so expensive, and yet there are ways to work around that. But to even own a home, you have to have at least $1 million, and I want to build my own house. That's my dream. I want to have my own property with a huge garden, have my kids running around without having the street right next to us. And it's possible, and I realize now by putting yourself online, it's all possible, and it's amazing. And then creating the relationships, you just start to connect with them and feed off their energy and vibe and share the love, and basically it just happens right away, and you're like, whoa. So I love the people that are within it.
That's great. And what would you say were some obstacles that you had to overcome in order to achieve success? Because you became an online entrepreneur. Entrepreneurship is not for everyone. So we want to make sure that when we're talking about living your dream lifestyle and manifesting it, it takes hard work, and it takes the will to win, basically. That's the name of this hangout. So what are some obstacles that you had to overcome when you were a newbie?
Well, it's funny because as an intuitive life coach, I coach people to overcome their struggles, their fears, their challenges, so that they can step into the life they desire. And it's funny because I'm right there along with them, and it's so scary putting yourself out there. Like, I've had a bit of a disconnect with getting what's in my heart and all this knowledge out of my mouth. It's like struggling to like communicate the wisdom that I have inside, because like there's this camera staring at me like, I don't know what to say, like I have to say like or and oh, I don't even want to say. It's like what you want to say, it doesn't come out. So I'm learning to just continually practice and be gentle with myself as I share myself out there, because it's frightening. I mean, and if you can just focus like you're just speaking to one person, possibly your best friend, then it actually comes out more. And so I've also had a huge hang up on success, because I do value my time, I value my freedom, and it was like this idea of success means that I'm going to be just so busy all the time, and I don't want to be all busy all the time because I won't have time for my husband, I won't have time for my children, and that was that limiting belief in my mind that the more successful I get, the busier I am, because some of my clients who are in these million-dollar businesses, they are not at home, they're always busy. These big mansions are vacant, and I found that it doesn't have to be that way. You can automate things. You can delegate work. You can connect with other people, create joint ventures and partners, and that way that there's this huge win-win. And so I'm overcoming that fear of success. I'm overcoming the fear of putting myself out there, and it still pops up. It's still there. But every day I turn on that video or write a post, you just gotta overlook that and just go for it, because it will attempt to stop you every time, because it knows it's your weakness.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. Yeah, I mean, in the beginning, it can be kind of overwhelming of how much information is out there to help you, and you kind of have that shiny ball syndrome, or at least that's what I had in the beginning. But when you really get grounded on how you want to share your vision and what you see yourself doing, and also organizing your life in a way, it's like, okay, so you don't want to be busy all the time, but you do want to have that success. How can I leverage these online tools? How can I leverage outsourcing? How can I leverage all these different resources in order to be able to live my life, but still be able to progress forward to my goals? So it takes that balance, and that's awesome that you found that balance and you recognize that right away. And it helps that you've been able to teach people as you learn as well. So that's awesome. Thanks for sharing that. Now, what's a book that you recommend that can kind of kick people into that mindset shift of it is possible. Your dream is possible.
One of my most favorite ultimate books is actually by Eckhart Tolle, and it's A New Earth. And he describes the ego and how it's not just being prideful, it's being fearful, it's being anxious, it's being in a place where your limitations are eluding you from what you really are. And so after reading that book, it was just amazing, because you can start to observe yourself and see how the ego plays out in your life, and start to live from a soul-centered place and do what you're supposed to be doing, because everyone has a message, and we're starting to see that. I mean, it's amazing with the internet how many people you can reach, and if you have that message inside, you're literally being divinely guided to put it out there. And that's how I see my life has been. It's like, even though I'm fearful and I'm not sure how to do it, it's like I'm gently being pushed along, like, here's this person, go talk to them, here's this opportunity, go here, and every step of the way, it's like it's getting me closer to my dreams and living my purpose. So that book, it's just awesome. I love that book.
I'll have to check that out. I haven't read that one yet, so definitely. Fantastic. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story, Candace.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure having you on. And feel free to jump on any time if something sparks your thinking, and you want to share something more. So thank you so much.
Thank
and
you.
Alicia, I'm going to bring you out next. So thank you so much for joining us today. And we've met several times in one of our Superwomen Connection groups. So we have a group for women primarily that we come together at these events every 3 months, and we share how we're having success in the industry. We share how we've been able to overcome certain obstacles, and we also have accountability partners, because that's the biggest thing about events, is we want to make sure that we're duplicating, we're applying what we're learning at these events, and we can basically be accountable to one another to get to where we need to be. So that's what I love about our Superwomen Connection group. So Alicia, if you can just introduce yourself and let our audience know what was the reason why you chose an online business to be the vehicle for your dream lifestyle.
Okay. I'm going to have to think back. It's been so long. My name's Alicia Stringer, and I'm out here in Nashville now. And when I started online, I'm trying to remember. I'm sorry. It was when my girl was a baby, and I had her in Arkansas. And 6 months later, my husband at the time decided that we needed to leave. And he was a preacher, so we just up and go wherever he needs to preach, right? And I got my degree in music education, so I love teaching piano. I play piano. So Candace was saying earlier, we were talking offline, how I was playing a lot of that on Periscope. And then we moved to Georgia, and it was there where it was a small town. It was, I think the biggest town near was Macon, and still far away, and I knew I had to find some way to find some income. And usually, you know, wherever I've lived, I can connect to the music store in town and just say, hey, I'm a new piano teacher in town, and kind of see what the demand is. Well, right then was when, like, everything crashed. And we had just bought a new house, and then, like, there was no other, it like stopped. Like everybody else was like starting to move out. No, you know, like they had a hard time selling their houses, and realized that in the community, I couldn't find any piano students. I was like, it was zero. Like there was not even a music job around. Going, I have to stay home with my new daughter. And there was not an option to go out and even get at a teaching job. You know, I was determined I was going to stay home. And it was at that time where going, okay, so I heard, you know, your sister has an online store. How does that work? And they would not help me at all. I was just like out there just searching things on my own on this broken laptop, really, and until like I could totally crash it. You know, sometimes it took like 20 minutes for it even to load up. You know, I was like, okay, let me breastfeed on the other side for 20 minutes or whatever. So with her in my arms, searching and searching for ways to figure out what is affiliate marketing, what is network marketing. Like, I had no clue, and I found this top-tier opportunity. Said, oh, this can be, you know, it was like an application online. This looked really professional. It had really great educational products, and I jumped in. I had a business credit card that allowed me to get a startup investment, and I started up and said, okay, this is what I'm doing. And my husband at the time wasn't really sure what I was doing, and I said, I just got to find some ways to, you know, do this online because I've got to stay home, you know, and so that's the only reason. And then after a while, he didn't really understand what it was or what I was doing, and then he's like, why don't you just go do Avon? So I went and did Avon for a little while, and then I wanted to do kinder music to start teaching my daughter, you know, how to do piano, do music online. So all this happened like about the same time. I was just doing all sorts of stuff, trying to gain income. So in the process, I was just learning everything as much as I could to do it. So that's why probably I've learned more than, you know, I don't know if I took action enough because I'm still trying to figure out, you know, the conversions and everything on what reaps the benefits from that. So it was just a lot of learning process, and that was kind of like design. I knew I had like the lifestyle or whatever I want to design. I had to stay home. It was like no other option. I couldn't go out and get a job. I was like, I have to be the stay-at-home mom and figure things out while she's doing her thing, and she should be doing her homework, Paley, instead of on the YouTube, right? So designing that for us. So I'm gonna have to cut it short so I can make sure she goes and does her practice and homework.
I
am. See her in the background. We're working it. So that was kind of the goal, making sure I'm being a good mom and letting her do her thing. She's gonna get mad here in a minute. But that was kind of the focus, and always, you know, working to be able to stay home and do that. So it was always that decision. I don't know if I answered that question, but you know, it's like you find a vehicle and you think it's going to work for you, and you find everything you can to make it work. You're like, there's a little tweak I know I can do, and then you're like, well, that tweak didn't work. You're like, there's got to be something else, you know. And when you're determined to make it work, you're finding new ways to find it to work, and you're creating that new awareness. And so I want to give people the inspiration that, you know, if they tried an online business before or think that this doesn't work, maybe you're approaching it in the wrong way. Maybe you just haven't found that, you know, tweak that you really need, because you know that you got that process. You're just 3 feet from gold, right? you're probably almost there, and you don't even realize, going, oh, I found that new awareness, you know, that I can get into, and that's kind of how I look at it. You know, there's no other option. You're not going back. You've already learned all these skills. I mean, when you're in this process, you are gaining those skills that you can take this and go anywhere. So I am looking forward to, you know, me changing my environment, going down to Houston hopefully soon. I'm still working on that process, and you know, creating a new environment for us, and getting in front of more people I know I can help with, you know, my music and things that I can do and grow in that area, because I I feel like I got that quote the other day. You feel so stuck, and you know there's something else out there, and you're always kind of growing and where you want to go. So like you see that vision, and you just got to go and do it in order to see more awareness and see how you can grow even further. So I think it's just creating. I like that there's Flight Edge book. You know, you're trying to take that baby steps, and once you're made that next step, then you got a whole new awareness that you can take another bigger step that you didn't even think you could. And so it's just kind of, I've been growing, like, just take that big old step and go for it, right? And then, you know, it's just seeing that bigger picture. So after that, seeing, you know, different ways to get down to take my daughter to Orlando, create new experiences for her, and that's the vision that you want to see. What do you want to create? And taking just one step is able to saying, I took that step, so I know I can create a lot more, and creating more abundance in your life. And you know, that's what it took for me, you know, because I started in Georgia, and we took that step, and going, dang, I burned my shirt in Google, you know, and life happens, you know, you learn that journey. And then, you know, taking off and kind of figuring out different vehicles as you travel through, and going, okay, now we're back in Texas, and figuring out what can I do here back in Texas, and then that's where I found, you know, my vehicle home, that just the education platform, you know, all the skills that I'm learning, the people I'm connecting with, and that's where you're always going to be around. I mean, no matter what vehicle you use, you're connected to people that will help you be accountable for what you're doing. I think you got this, girl. Just log in. So we'll make it happen, and no matter where you are, it's that connection, and you know, you're always kind of around those friends that you see their skills and how they can help you push you a little farther. And Candace has been one for me that pushes you, and kind of that, for her, she's really good, like the emotional stability, because I've gone through several different crazy stuff, going, oh my goodness, I'm going to have to listen to Tony Robbins again or something, you know, to get back on balancing emotions in there. Oh my goodness, you got to watch that website. She's on like a health website. Okay, so all right, we got to stick to school. Did I come out and help some of those questions on the journey? Because my online journey started a long time ago, and you just keep growing through all the skills and what you want to create along the way.
So That no, I love your story because for a lot of us, I just started a year ago, and for you, it started when your daughter was a baby, and so it's nice to hear that, you continue towards your dream no matter what. And have you always been successful, or was it a kind of a bumpy road to start, or what was like that click for you that you knew that that an online business would be your solution to stay at home?
What was that click? Really just having no other options, because I couldn't go out and get another job at the time, or couldn't find any other piano students. So it really wasn't a click. It was like, this has to happen. I want to figure it out. That's why I guess I was saying you just try all these different vehicles to figure it out what will work, because you can anything online. There's a million ways you can do it online and stay at home, but it's finding that right vehicle that you're going to stick with, and that you're going to connect with the people that are going to push you to that right direction. And I think that's where a lot of people go in so many journeys in so many different ways, because there are so many options online. When you're saying you have an online business, there's every business should be online, honestly, and there's ways for you to focus to do it. I don't know how you log in. You're gonna have to figure out how to log in.
It's right here. It's at the top right here.
Yep.
It's at the top.
So we're gonna have to figure that out. Homework, and I think what keeps people staying around is seeing the people that are successful, obviously, that are secure and stable in what they're doing, and they're not going on different yo-yos of different vehicles of they're doing, because people come in, their email list or something, and they're like, oh, you're offering me something else, or they see on your blog, but you're reviewing another company. I was like, well, I do review a lot of companies, what I'm just giving you an insight of another company, and that's kind of how I focus in finding a lot of different people and different types of companies. There's so you got to know the person's focus and their vision, and that's where you're going to find stability in who you're going to connect with on the vision and the goals that they're doing on there. So that is what I would recommend. You find someone that is stable in that area. Of course, I'm not stable in a lot of areas yet, but I am stable to my dedication to, who I am, and I think that's where you'll see more people come out and really truly brand who they are, because they can go and offer anything wherever people want to join, because they know that they can trust them and their skills that they know online, the presence that they have, the heart that they have connected to what they're doing, and that's where people will follow the most. They're connected to the people, not to the different vehicles or whatever they're doing. You've got to really know the person and say, I know you have a good heart. You study, the Bible or whatever your religious belief is, or how you connect to a person. That may be something similar that you have of them. Maybe you do love music as well, and we have that kind of similar interest. So it's interesting to find that I'm connected with so many different people that have a certain type of interest like me, or something that we do connect with as well, because music is a big industry, and then maybe religious beliefs is an industry, or maybe you're online, or just you're an artist, period. So there's different types of people. You're going to connect with somebody because of who you are. So don't think because you're a new person in a brand new opportunity or something that you won't be successful, or you won't come off as successful. It's because of who you are, and a lot of people miss that when they're first joining or whatever, and going, oh, I got to be branded. And I'm like, just be who you are, and people are going to learn to trust you and be able to say, this is what we're doing, this is my vision, and let's do this. They see that you have enthusiasm and motivation, and that you're ready to go and help them any way you can. Any resources that you have available, you just got so much bigger because you're connected with so many more people, So hopefully that helps.
No, it doesn't.
I just wanted to add quickly. Alicia, you're saying you're not stable in a lot of areas, but girl, you have your determination, your consistency, and like the things that you're putting out there online. Wow, you know, I'm just amazed at everything you do, and you know how to manage it all, and it's so many great ideas, great platforms, and I just want to give you the credit because you know you may not see it yourself, but you are totally an inspiration, and you're so stable in so many ways, and it's amazing your journey and what you're going to do. So I just want to say you're an inspiration. So thank you.
Thanks, Candace. I appreciate that.
And that's like the beauty of this is, you know, we come together, we're from all different parts of the world, we're able to hang out and share, you know, what's empowering us and what's driving us to reach our goals, and we're all going towards different paths. You know, I'm a traveler at heart. My boyfriend and I love to travel, and we needed to find a vehicle in order to just be able to open our laptop, have a little bit of internet, or lack thereof with Muriel. Sorry, Muriel, I wish you were here, babe. And have a little bit of internet and be able to run my business. And for you too, it's different. You know, this online business platform, which, by the way, you guys, whoever is watching this, at any time, reach out to the person that connected to this Hangout or connected you to this Hangout, or you can click the link below and you can start learning those same skills that we have learned in order to leverage the internet, in order to put our ideas into action and really manifest our dream lifestyle and work towards it on a daily basis. And you know, I love that we are able to do that with all different backgrounds and all different levels. Like, you know, I was a personal trainer. I had no idea what I was doing, but with our community, with having someone to guide us and show us the way, because, you know, our mentors started at the bottom. They didn't start as this computer science guru who knew everything. You know, they started from the bottom, and they just had a dream to help others and to learn how to, you know, live on the beaches of the world. And that's what they did, and that's what they've showed us, you know, over the last couple years. So I'm thrilled to be a part of this community, and especially one of people that just care so much about the person next to them. So I really appreciate you guys coming out and sharing your story and how an online business has been the vehicle for you, and how it is possible to just learn the skills, take massive action, and never give up. And as long as you never give up, then you will be able to succeed, because you're always learning, you always can contribute, and you are your unique self, where that's your brand basically, is you. And you're going to attract people just like you to want the same things that you do. So I really wanted to thank you guys again, and I'm going to wrap this up because we're almost at the top of the hour, but we're here every Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern, or 4 a.m. Bali time, or 3 p.m. in Nashville. So we're here no matter what, and we really love for you guys to connect back with us. We are reachable, so whoever brought you to this Hangout, connect back with them. And if you have any questions, we're here. You can always leave comments down below as well at the bottom of this page. So thanks, guys. We'll see you next Tuesday at 4 p.m. Eastern. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thanks, Kim. That's awesome.